enrollment, right? All of a sudden, a 3% change in enrollment can have a material impact on the amount of funds available for all kinds of both academic and operational activities. And then from a transportation perspective, unless all the kids that are missing are the ones that lived far away, right? Like we've got operational challenges that we've got to think about in terms of how does it impact, particularly for districts that have had kind of a traditional, relatively stable, relatively long-term set of characteristics around their routing schemes. This kind of a change can really cause disruption in terms of the ability to to fill and reuse a bus, which is what's driving efficiency. And so the sourcing, I think, is really interesting because I think the sourcing's got a whole bunch of origin stories, including the fact that there are just fewer kids out there. But in addition to that, it does have all these broader sort of macro changes that have occurred post-COVID related to just how schooling is occurring. And I think from a transportation perspective, we tend to see it ex post because we start to count the kids and we go, wow, we're transporting a lot fewer kids than we used to. But what we really need to be doing is thinking about it ex ante and asking this question of like, how do we address this as a forward-looking question in terms of the nature of how we're going to use the tools available to us from a routing perspective and from my perspective, certainly from a telematics perspective, to say, what is it that we can do to try to address these concerns?